Mayor Eric from the town of Breckenridge. Great to see you, Mayor.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're off to a busy season. The winter's been great. The snow's been great. Lots of activity. Lots of people in Breckenridge. No
Yep.
surprise. I want to get right
No
into it.
surprise.
You guys have been doing some capacity analysis work.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to learn more about that. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So we hired a consulting firm called RRC. They're helping us just collect a bunch of data and figure out, what drives business in Breckenridge. Is it
Right.
more locals since the pandemic? Is it skiers? Is it non-skiers? And I think we're finding that our local population has not grown like some of us thought it did. Our capacity issues are really being driven by visitors. It's great because now we can sort of decide how we can mitigate some of the impacts of that crush.
And I know that some of this analysis has pointed out that people are actually staying longer. Stays are longer than they used to be. That's good news for Breck.
That's great news. What you want is you want people that come and stay 3,
Right.
5, 7 nights rather than, here for a night and then somewhere else. That's an awesome thing to have. So,
Hey, this sounds great. This analysis is cool, but how do you come up with the analysis? Can you tell us what happens kind of behind scenes
yeah,
to develop these
we,
numbers?
so we use a lot of data that we have sort of around anyway that we normally collect. Traffic data, the cell phone data. They can geofence the town, find out who stays for how many days, sales tax revenue.
Right.
So you sort of pull all these things together and do some analysis of that, and that gives you a sense
Interesting.
of what people are doing, why they're here.
And once you have that analysis, then you can start making plans. Hey, we've done the
Right.
analysis. We kind of know what our baseline is, what the trends are, and then you make decisions going forward, including on our next topic, housing.
Yep.
That's a big deal in Breck. We all are aware of that. It's a big deal everywhere, actually. But tell us about what specifically is happening in Breck.
We're moving forward on a plan we adopted last year to build 950 homes in the next 5 years. And I shouldn't say build, create. Either through building or through purchase and then putting deed restrictions. We just wrapped up an 80 home project with Gorman Company. We're starting another project with them this summer for 175 more units. So we're doing a lot of building, but then we're also doing buy downs. So we will find properties on the market, we'll buy them, we'll put a deed restriction on them, and then we'll turn around and we'll sell them for up to 30% less than we bought them for.
So
In the
explain
end, that is
Mayor.
way cheaper than building.
No, for sure. But explain that again. If I own a condo in Breck and I maybe have a special assessment coming up, there's no way I can afford it, on and on with different things that I might be going through. I can contact you guys and say, hey, can you take this off my hands? But it turns out a deed restricted property.
We can just pay you. You can stay in your place. You can continue to own your place.
Okay.
We'll give you value for your property in order for you to put a deed restriction on it. And then there are a bunch of different tools we use, but these are great ways to sort of recycle properties that are already in the community without spending a lot of money to build.
Well, exactly. We talked about before we came on, Mayor, that it's a constant balancing act, right? And there's no perfect solution. So you just have to keep adjusting and adjusting.
Yep.
And you guys are really doing a great job. Before we let you go, I know people watching again from statewide are saying, hey, you got the Mayor of Breck on. This is big time. Pro tip from Mayor Eric. What's your pro tip?
Backcountry access is great at this time of year. It's awesome. Fat biking or just going out for a hike. We have some great new restaurants in town. And the big pro tip, if you're coming up from Denver, check into the Snow Stang. The CDOT and Vail and the town of Breck have combined to run a bus service that'll bring you up. You ski for the day, get something to eat, and then you can go back home. It's awesome. They have Wi-Fi. You can work, do whatever you want, sleep.
Exactly. Okay, Mayor, we really appreciate it. We'll circle back for another update here in a couple of weeks. And
Awesome.
On behalf of all of us at Mountain TV and Outside, thanks for all your hard work.